Hello everyone and welcome to EEB Interviews with your host of East Eurobash, Al Glazba. You are watching my first ever video podcast for the EEB brand, hopefully the first of many, in which me and my guest review great music from all over Eastern Europe, or maybe talk about their own amazing Eastern European music. And my first ever guest for this show is somebody you probably have never ever heard of. Even I had not heard of him a few weeks ago. So give a warm welcome to Swizzy from Luton.
Yay!
So please tell my viewers, however many there may be.
Probably none.
Please, don't wish me bad luck. I'm still holding out for this whole East Eurobash thing. I mean, tell me, who do you know is willing to wear a cheap Chilby hat, an oversized leather jacket, and pretend to speak in a Croatian accent for their college degree?
Absolutely zero.
Okay. So, here is my first question. Actually, before I ask you this question, just to be clear from the get-go, you have no connection to Eastern Europe, is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. I have no connection whatsoever.
No family there?
Not that I know of. Nope.
Okay, and never been there yourself?
No.
Oh, okay. Not even a girlfriend?
No. Maybe in the future.
Well, this podcast is going up on YouTube, so you never know.
Yes.
So, okay, first question. Given that East Eurobash, my show, is a music show,
Yes.
Tell us about your interest in music before coming onto the show.
Well, my interest in music is very, I would say, strong, because I do like to listen to music. I listen to different genres of music, so I would say hip-hop is my strongest point in music. I do listen to jazz now and then. It's all about the sound for me. Like, it's not much about the lyrics, it's more about the sound and how music sounds in general, like the beats. What's the word? Acoustics, that's stuff like that.
Acoustics, yes. Okay, and if I'm correct, you have not been exposed to music from Eastern Europe before I invited you to the show?
No.
Oh. Well, we will correct that. So, just to let my viewers know, before we came on air, I introduced Swizzy to my selection of tracks by artists from various Eastern European countries, particularly hip-hop, as I know you're interested in that sort of thing. And so, tell me from what I have shown you, what your first impression of all this music is and how it all compares to what you already enjoy listening to.
Well, the music videos are very similar to the ones that I would like look at and listen to. So I'd say, what was that one that you showed me? I can't remember. Was it Emergency House?
Oh, Emergency House from Hungary, yes.
Yes, well, when I watched that music, it felt very house music type. You'd hear in a club or when you're going out on a night out, stuff like that.
Yes, that would be Dübörök a Ház, which is from their 1996 album Party, the first track of their first album, in fact. And I also showed you that they did a cover of a famous Western track.
Yeah, that one I found a bit weird. What was it about?
It was called As Lego Lab Sex, which is a cover of Salt and Pepper's hit song Let's Talk About Sex.
Yes.
But in Hungarian.
I found that one a bit, I don't know, not uncomfortable, but a bit weird. It was very like an old-fashioned way of how they see, I don't know.
Very vintage.
Yeah, vintage sexual video, how they're speaking and
Yes, we'll move on then. So,
Okay.
out of all these tracks I exposed you to, exposed you. I mean, the music videos, when you watch them, did any of them make you laugh, giggle, or as you say in Luton, crack you up?
Yeah, Emergency House, that video, when you showed me that, definitely made me crack up.
Oh, yes.
As soon as, it's just the way how everyone's very happy, but in a cringy, do you know cringy?
Yes,
in a cringy
I
way.
know cringy. Yes.
In a cringy way. That's why it made me laugh.
Maybe it was their fashion sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Yes, well, those were the days, you know, so.
It is.
Yes, so,
Drugs, love, and rock and roll.
something like that. So, compared to the classic, between Salt and Pepper's version and Thingamajigs.
Thingamajigs, I didn't
Oh, Emergency House. So,
I think Emergency House was, I would say, his better version. I preferred that one.
oh,
Even though it cringed me out at times, I think it was better to listen to. It was more catchy.
oh, that Lego.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very catchy.
Yeah, so out of all the music videos you have seen, unless that is your favorite, is there any other which might be your favorite?
Wait, this is cut, so I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, listen, please.
Frankie. No.
Oh, Noćna smjena.
Yes.
Yes, that is Frankie from Bosnia. Real name Adnan Hamidović, and he is the man behind Frankie. And Noćna smjena means night shift in Bosnian. And it is from his 2009 album Protuotrov, which means antiseptic.
Okay.
Ja sam noćna smjena, surfam džema. Ja sam vrčarska jala, ja sam pjena i slava. Ja sam bijes i pjena, ja sam sjena. Malo tužan, rajer ima djeca i žena. Ja sam noćna smjena, surfam džema. Ja sam vrčarska jala, ja sam pjena i slava. Ja sam bijes i pjena, ja sam sjena. Malo tužan, rajer ima djeca i žena.
Very cool. I did like the music video of that song. It was very cool.
Yes.
Very for its time, it would still class as a modern time video.
Of course, yeah, it's less than 10 years, so
10 years, but for music video, that's a very long time in the music industry.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So can you see any of these Eastern European artists collaborating with Western ones?
Well, most definitely, because I would say like rappers and hip hop artists especially, because people like Cardi B. What was the song? I Like It. She collabed with.
I Like It Like That.
Yes, I like it like that. The ones that she collabed with those Cuban singers or rappers, but they were speaking different language. So that was top 10 Billboard. So I can't see why a Croatian or Bosnian language type artist would, not even type artist, just a Bosnian music artist couldn't make it within, I don't know, the English or, like you said, Western music industry.
Yes, I'm very encouraged by that,
Yes.
and I hope my viewers, if they are from that part of the world and they are interested in getting to the Western markets, that they will also
Collab.
Yes, collab. Okay, so you are watching EEB interviews with your host Al Glazba and his guest Swizzy from Luton. We have a few more tracks and artists to review in this video podcast or a vodcast, but we will just say video podcast. It sounds a bit like a vodka, but
Yeah.
I'm more or less teetotal. But before we carry on, let me remind you to visit my social media pages. So my FB page is East Eurobash, based on my radio show's name from God knows when. And on that page you can keep up to date with what is going on, what I'm doing as Al Glazba. And you can also check out the playlists of the radio shows I did many years ago, if you can be bothered to scroll down far enough. And my other one, my SoundCloud page, which is soundcloud.com/al-glazba, where you can listen to my earlier shows from my student radio days and watch out for future podcasts, if I can ever be bothered to make them. Back to this interview. By the way, what do you think about my moves, the slash and the dash?
They're really cool. How would you do the colons to that.
I suppose like this.
I guess that would work. Maybe.
But what do you think about my underscore? So like this sort of. No? Okay. Yes, I prefer to sit down and rather than lose energy on that. So let's talk about bands. Boy band, girl band, whatever. Tell me, what kind of bands have you enjoyed in the past before inviting you to the show, and how do the bands from this selection compare to the bands that you've listened to before?
Well, I mean, the Backstreet Boys, I do like the Backstreet Boys from, I think it was the 80s, 90s period.
Yes.
Very, I do like their music. I would say they do, it's very hard to compare this music with Backstreet Boys, but because I don't really listen to boy band or band groups in general, I would say Backstreet Boys can compare with Soho Party.
Oh, Soho Party, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit, not much, but I can see a little comparison there.
Yeah, Soho Party from Hungary. They have some singing and also some rapping.
Yeah,
so.
a bit dancing.
Jól öltözött fiúk és lányok, senki sem tudja, hogy mire vártok. Szóljon a zene, ami bomba jó, és táncoljon az egész bungalow, ahol szabad a csó, szabad a tánc, és te sem szabadod meg a határt, legyen nem vagy vagány, nem vagy szép, de egy lány majd hozzád is odalép.
Yes, definitely. And lyrically speaking, I'm sure if you had time to copy and paste all those foreign lyrics onto Google Translate, was there any lyrics that you really liked the sound of in the English translation, of course?
Not really.
Oh, that's okay.
I didn't really, because I didn't translate it, that's it.
That's okay. So a few more tracks.
It sounded nice, but what they were saying, no idea.
Yes. Well, that's why it's always good to,
Stay in school, kids.
yes,
Learn different languages. Don't be like me.
you heard it from Swizzy himself. So now that you have been exposed to all of this Eastern European music, do you think you will listen to these tracks and artists again?
I mean, if I'm very, 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 very drunk or high.
Well, okay, maybe high. That's somewhat
No, I'm
reassuring.
joking, I would definitely listen to them again. I'm an open guy, I would definitely listen to that type of music again. That's definitely.
That's good to hear. So, and so tell me, would you ever attend a concert by any of these artists? If they come over here or over there, maybe?
Maybe if they're a guest on an artist I like and listen to, then I have no choice, I'd have to listen to it. But
Sure.
most definitely, I can't see why not. Someone says, oh, let's go to Mergy's house concert.
Yes.
Why not? Let's go. We only live once, so.
I suppose so. And one last question. Would you recommend these artists to your friends?
Man, that's a push. I'm trying to think. This is a hard question for me. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I mean, Frankie, I need to understand what he's saying because he looks like he's meaning what he's rapping about. So I know people that like music like that, so like the deep rap and they're meaning what they're saying. So I can see one or two friends liking some of the music.
Yes, I can also help with the translation there.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that sounds good to me, Swizzy. Well, thank you so much for joining me here today.
It's no problem, man. It was a good interview.
I tried somehow. And if you want to let my viewers know how to reach you on social media, please feel free.
Guys, Lil Bajan, LilBajan, Instagram, YouTube, Swizzy. Check out the YouTube, we do content every week, well we try to. Check out the SoundCloud, it's Swizzy with 2 Y's at the end. And that's it.
And that was my first ever interview for EEB Interviews, this time with Swizzy from Luton.
Yeah.
I hope you have enjoyed this video podcast, and I hope you will tune in to future podcasts for more amazing Eastern European music brought to you by your host, Al Glazba. Don't forget to subscribe to me on my social media, so East Eurobash on FB and on SoundCloud, subscribe to me there. And feel free to leave as many messages and comments as you like on those pages, as I would really like to read your opinions about it, even if I end up really not liking them at all. So until next time, it's do viđenja.